How's it going, everybody? Scott here. I'm going to be doing an oil change on a 2008 335i. This tutorial will be good for the e90s, e91s, and e92s. So this one here is a 2008. It's a 3.0 liter twin turbo. Been a real good car for me so far. Have a 7-quart oil pan. You're going to need a 7-quart minimum because this car takes roughly about 6.8 to 7 quarts. Grab a piece of cardboard there if you can to save your driveway in case you get a little bit of drippage in the process. I've kind of found that there's no good way to jack this vehicle up in the air, being that there's only one point on both sides underneath the front end, and a lot of plastic. So I actually went ahead and bought some ramps here to go ahead and put this up on. Went with the Mobil 1 full synthetic 5W30, and you're going to need 7 quarts of that. And also went with the Fram CH10075. It's actually just a paper filter that's going to go in the top of the engine. We'll see that here soon. Go ahead and grab yourself a funnel. And then you're going to need a 17mm ratchet with extension. Now that we have both sides jacked up, make sure you put this in the rear. Something to so that the vehicle doesn't roll forward, especially if you're doing it on a slope like I am here. Also, do put your jack stands under there. There's not a good place for them, but do put them under there just in case it does fall. There's only one spot to put the actual jack. If we go around to the other side, I did actually have to go buy another jack because, like I said, there's not a spot for jack stands, so it's pretty hard to prop it up. It was $26 at Harbor Freight, so not too big of a deal. I'm sure I can use it. Next thing we're going to go ahead and do here is go ahead and take the gas cap off and flip it over there, just on the top of the motor. Here's actually where your oil filter is if you're looking at the front of the vehicle. We're just going to walk straight up to it, and the oil filter is right here. So you can also go ahead and just unscrew this. It's a little bit hot right now. I was just running the vehicle not too long ago. I'm going to actually go grab a rag real quick. Alright, I went and grabbed a rag here. It is a little hot, so you're going to see here there is an O-ring on the bottom of this sucker. And it's going to go ahead and pull out. There is going to be some oil in there. Now keep in mind that you actually can change this filter. Between oil changes, as you can see here. That was the reasoning that I was actually opening this. So we take a look here. The oil's draining. My oil's getting pretty dirty. I got about 7,000 miles on this oil change and been driving it like a BMW, so I guess that's what happens. Next step, we're going to go ahead and grab the ratchet here and go ahead and jump underneath the vehicle. Make sure everything's still looking good in place here. Alright. Now, as you go into the vehicle, you're going to go straight back from the tires here. You're going to see a little flap. Now you're going to go ahead and turn this flap so that you can actually drop this trap door down, and then we're going to go ahead and remove the bolt that is actually, I can't see the camera right now, but we're going to go ahead and remove this bolt right here. That is the drain plug. You're going to go ahead and allow just all of the oil to go ahead and drain out of there. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop here and let that drain. Actually went ahead and removed that bolt, as you can see here. It is just going ahead and draining. Right there's the bolt. You will need to reuse that, and make sure that you do not lose that I believe it's made of brass. There's a brass washer on there. So make sure you don't lose that brass washer. It's important to create the seal. So I'm going to go ahead and just allow this to completely drain at this point. And then go ahead and replace the plug back in. I don't know what the torque spec is, but just make sure it's tight but also at the same time be sure to not over tighten it, because the last thing you want to do is strip that out. That is aluminum up there, so do not over tighten it. Alright. Now that I've got the oil filter replaced and the plug back in, the drain plug back in, I'm going to go ahead, I actually grabbed a bigger funnel, but go ahead and put the funnel in and go ahead and dump about 6.5 quarts in, and then we'll go inside and check. There isn't a dipstick on this to actually check. Kind of a terrible design in my mind, but one more thing to bring you back into the dealership. So at about 6.5 to a little over 6.5 quarts, it's telling me that I'm at max there. So I'm actually going to go ahead and add just a slight bit more, because I know that the full capacity of this is 6.8, and I did take the jacks, and as I had the plug out, I did drop the left side down, then I dropped the right side down, and then to put it back up to the top to make sure that I got all the oil moving around in there to get out of the pan. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more in, but it's showing here that you're good to go there.